Good morning. Welcome to episode 2 of Thursday Thought Nugget. First official version of Thursday Thought Nugget. We didn't have really a title before. Now we do. But again, to recap, anybody who missed the first episode, it's we don't do the mental side of wrestling justice. There's a lot of clubs around the area, and baby, I know I'm live on Facebook, so I gotta record a video, okay? So we're highlighting the mental side of wrestling. Like I said, it just gets overlooked sometimes. Sometimes we just hit the weights hard, we hit the room hard. We try to get as much mat time as possible, but we really have to work the mind. The mind is a very important muscle, and just the mindset piece is huge. Today's topic, we're going to talk about adversity, and the title is You Need Adversity. You absolutely need it. Definition, quick: difficulties, misfortune, hardships, challenges, those kind of things that we need in our life, not just on the mat, but we need in our life to get better, to get stronger, physically and mentally. We're going to do a water bottle giveaway, the nice Venom wrestling water bottle. And all you have to do to enter to get the water bottle is we're going to answer a little trivia question real quick. You have to share the video and comment the answer. It doesn't matter how many people get the answer right. Everyone's going to go into a bag, and I'll pull a name out of that bag. So the quote about adversity, and a lot of people should know this one, so we should get a lot of entries. It's a quote from a movie, and you can either tell me the character or the movie. But it ain't how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's pretty much adversity right there. Overcoming adversity. It's easy to keep your cool, and it's easy to keep going when everything goes great. It's easy to be happy after a win. It's easy to reflect on an easy practice or a good practice. But what happens when you fail? You know, what happens when you're down by 5 points in the first period? What happens when you lose in the first round of a tournament? You know, how do you rebound? What do you do when you face challenge? You don't want to have adversity show up for the first time in a big situation or in a live match. You're going to want to create those adversity moments in practice. You want to prepare for those moments for adversity. So, and we also want to avoid words that are can't, impossible, never. The old adage is, if you think you can't, you're probably right. And if you think you can, you're probably right. So the mindset is huge for this kind of stuff. So I got two things for wrestlers. If you don't feel like you're being challenged in practice, don't be afraid to go up to the coach and ask for more. You're not going to, as long as you come to it with the right, you can't go up to a coach and say, oh, that practice was too easy. You can go up to the coach and say, hey coach, I feel like I can do more. I feel like I could do different moves. I feel like I can be challenged a little bit more. And if you're coming to it at that angle, a coach will not be mad at you. Coaches, or back to wrestlers, if you're finding it easy at practice and the coach is working you hard, you need to find a different partner. If you're struggling with wrestlers on the mat with strength, find a stronger opponent in practice. If you're having trouble with guys with speed on the mat, then you need to find a faster partner in practice. So if you're more often than not moving up a weight class because your team needs it, find a bigger opponent in practice. You just need to create those moments in the practice room, so that way when you get on the mat, it's not the first time you're facing these moments. Coaches, what we can do as coaches to help our wrestlers is putting our wrestlers in uncomfortable situations in practice, so that way they're not facing these things for the first time on the mat. Situation drills. Say you got 30 seconds left and you're down by 3. Or, conditioning. You can never be too too much conditioning in the room. So as long as you're conditioning for the right ways, and that way in the third period, when their opponent is tired in facing adversity, your wrestler's prepared and has that conditioning and is strong in the third period. And lastly, is it's something that I did in high school as a wrestler myself, because I wrestled for every single grade in school, so kindergarten all the way up to senior in high school. And when we were going over moves that I had already learned about 17 times, I started doing them with the opposite hand. So if we were told to do a switch, I did the switch with the left hand instead of the right hand. Or if we were learning the sweep, Brianna, you need to be quiet. If we were learning the sweep and my dominant hand is the right hand, I would go to the left. So if you see kids goofing around when you're teaching the sweep for the 5th time, it's probably not because they are bad wrestlers or they want to goof off. It's because they did the sweep right-handed for a long time. Challenge them to go left-handed. Challenge them to do opposite hand. If they're doing any move can be done pretty much both directions. So challenge them to do it the opposite way. It'll get their mind thinking about the move. They'll have to break it down back to the very elementary level because they're doing it for the first time with their left hand. It naturally will make them better with their dominant hand, just because they have to break down the move to the very intricate part to make sure they can do it left-handed, and it trains their mind and it'll help them in the long run on there. So just to recap again, you need adversity. Please don't let it be in a big tournament in the finals when you finally face it and you don't know what to do with it. So train yourself. Wrestlers, ask for it. Coaches, push it out there. Again, if you're jumping on late, we're going to give away a water bottle today. All you have to do is share, and if you didn't catch the question earlier, comment the answer to the trivia question. I will announce the winner on next Thursday's video. So again, thank you for watching Thursday Thought Nugget. Hopefully you can take some of the information you learned today back to your rooms. Coming up if you're preseason wrestling in the fall, if you're waiting till regular season, I don't know why you would do that, but if you're waiting till regular season, hopefully it helps you in November. All right, take care, guys.